Welcome to ProgrammingKT. Today in this tutorial I am trying to explaining about abstraction with abstract class. So in last video I already explained about abstraction with interface. What is interface, what is abstract method, difference between normal method and abstract method, and moreover that I explained about interface concept with some real world use case. So if you did not watch that video, you will get more clarity on abstraction with interface. So in this video I am trying to explain about abstraction with abstract class in Java. Before that, let me try to explain about a difference between interface and abstract class. Then I will write example by using abstract class. So let me remove, erase all these things, yesterday content. Now today I am trying to explain about difference between abstract class and interface first, then I will explain abstraction with abstract class. So abstract class. Abstract class and one more thing is interface. Differences between abstract class and interface. So by using abstract class we can achieve 0 to 100% abstraction. So we are talking about abstraction concept, right? Object oriented principle called abstraction. So by using abstract class we can achieve 0 to 100% abstraction. So by using interface we will get 100% abstraction. We get 100% abstraction by using interfaces. Why? Because abstract class may contain or may not contain abstract methods, but interface contains 100% abstract methods. That's why we will get 100% abstraction. So here I can write one more point is may or may not contain, may not contain abstract methods. So contains only abstract methods. So anyway, from 1.8 onwards, we have default static private methods, but think about abstraction concepts. For that perspective only, I am trying to explain. So by using abstract class, we can achieve 0 to 100%. Why? Because abstract class may or may not contain abstract method, but interface contains 100% abstract methods. So moreover that if a class is, I can say if a class contains zero abstract methods, there is no, we don't need to create, use abstract keyword. So if the class does not contain abstract methods, so abstract keyword is not required, to create abstract class. But at least one method will be there, we need to use abstract keyword to make class is a abstract class. So we can use abstract keyword to create abstract class. We can use abstract keyword to create abstract class. So but for creating interface there is no, I can say here blank, we don't need to use any keyword to create interface. Only interface keyword we can use. I can write, we can use interface keyword to create interface. Interface keyword to create interface. So I already, again I am saying, so abstract class may or may not contain abstract method. Means abstract class contains zero abstract methods, or at least one abstract method will be there. Then only we need to make that class is abstract by using abstract keyword. So this is about third point. And next one is, I can say almost, these are the major three differences. between abstract class and interface. And moreover that, if we can observe, inside abstract class we have normal methods. Normal methods, normal variables, public, private, protected, these kind of stuff. But in interface we have only public abstract methods. We don't have I can say normal variables, private variables, protected variables, these kind of variables concept we don't have in interface. But in abstract class we can declare that kind of private, public, private, protected, these kind of variables. Moreover that, we can't create object for abstract class, even interface also. So we can't, this is the also one of the most important point. We can't create object. We can't create object for abstract class. Even interface also we can't create. We can't create object. So, and moreover that, one more point is abstract class may have constructor, but interface don't have constructor. So if we can't create object for abstract class, then what is the use of constructor? So when constructor will be executed, at the time of object creation only constructor will be executed, right? Then what is the use of constructor in abstract class? So when you are trying to instantiate abstract class implemented class, child class, in that case we will invoke abstract class constructor, but directly we can't create object for abstract class. Means abstract class have constructor. So interface don't have constructor. We can't create constructor. Don't have, I can say. We can't create object for abstract class. Interface also we can't create object. But abstract class have constructor, but interface don't have constructor. So these are the some important points about abstract class and interface. Now let me try to write an example about abstract class. So let me try to create normal abstract class. First let me try to create class first. So class some test, whatever it may be, class name we can declare. So inside this class I am trying to declare some methods. Void m1, some method body here I am trying to implement, and one more method string, return type is string m2. This is also one more method. Now can I make this class as a abstract? Yes, perfectly. Or else I can make this class as normal class? Yes, perfectly. So if I can declare one method, like I can say int m3. So in that case, must and should we need to make this class is abstract class. So if at least one abstract method will be there, then only we need to make this class as abstract by using abstract keyword. Otherwise abstract using of abstract with the corresponding class is not required. So that's why that second point says abstract class may or may not contain abstract methods, but if class contains at least one abstract method, then only we need to make that class is abstract class. So this is about abstract class example. So what is the benefit of by using this abstract class? So we can get loose coupling. There is a concept called loose coupling and tight coupling. So in any way, in last video I consider one real world scenario, user I mean user functionality, saving, updating, deleting. Imagine one real world scenario like class db connection. Database connection is a class name. So in this class, what I am trying to implement, I will implement one method like returning database connection. Connection name I am trying to return. But anyway, I am trying to explain about the concept, not exalt database connection. So get connection, get db connection. This is the method. Get db connection. This is the abstract method inside that class. So this is the abstract method, right? Then I need to make this class is abstract. Otherwise you will get compilation error abstract. So so in some other classes, depending on my requirement, I can implement different database. This is high level implement, high level specification. So at the time of implementing, depending on my requirement, I will make the connection. Sometimes I want MySQL, sometimes I want Oracle, sometimes I want Postgres. But this is, high level, just specification, get database connection. But at the time of implementing, different I will implement. This is the specification. At the time of implementing, my own database connection, whatever I want. So this is called loose coupling. Who can achieve by using abstraction the concept called loose coupling. So and moreover that, if you want to make some default database connection, yes, declare it inside abstract. That's why I'm saying abstract class contains both normal methods and abstract methods. First point, class contains only abstract methods. Abstract class may contain only normal methods. Abstract class contains both combination of abstract classes and normal method also. Abstract methods and normal methods also. This is about abstract class. You need to remember some rules about abstract class. So anyway, I already covered here. By using abstract class, we will get 100, 0 to 100%, but interface 100%. May or may not contain abstract methods. That's why recently I explained. Only contain abstract methods. We can use abstract keyword to create abstract class. We can use interface keyword. So we can't create object for abstract class. Then what is the, how we can invoke abstract class constructor? By using child class constructor, we can invoke abstract class constructor. So interface, we don't have constructor. Now let me try to write example in STS4. Now let me try to write an example by using abstract class. So inside that oops.abstraction package only, I am trying to create one new class, abstract class. So abstract class name, I am trying to provide DB connection. So this is my abstract class name. DB connection is abstract, class. So let me try to show you first compilation error. So I am trying to write abstract method is string get DB connection. So now I am getting the compilation error. Why? Because make the class is abstract. Change the DB connection. So this classes it is saying. So if there is at least one abstract method, then we can make that class is abstract, or else remove this abstract method to normal method. So here I am trying to provide abstract. So or else one more thing is we need to make that method also abstract in interface. So if you did not declare abstract also, no problem. Public and abstract by default interface methods are. But abstract class we need to declare must and should with abstract. So this is the one point you need to remember. So in abstract class, abstract methods also we need to declare with abstract keyword. In interface, abstract methods are by default public and abstract. Even though if you can ignore this abstract keyword by default, JVM will provide. But here we need to declare explicitly. This is the one point you need to remember when you are working with abstract classes. So now this is the abstract class. Let me try to implement on class, DB connection implemented class. Then execute our functionality. So here again I am trying to create one more class. Why it is not showing color? On top of class only we can create it, by clicking on. Yeah, here I'm getting. So class name I am trying to provide get, DB connection IMPL. DB connection IMPL is my implementation class name for abstract class. So here interface, interface class implements, class extends. So DB connection is a class. DB connection MPL is a class, DB connection is a class. So if both are classes, then keyword we can use extends. If one is interface, one is class, in that case implements. This is also one more point you need to remember. extends DB connection. So anyway, I will explain in detail when I am trying to explain about inheritance concept. Now here it is saying compilation error. You need to implement that abstract method that exists inside DB connection. Instead of this DB connection IMPL, I can remove. I can make this specific to one database. DB connection IMPL to DB connection, or else I can move to prefix. So I can write MySQL DB connection IMPL. So this is a meaningful name. So MySQL DB connection name implements. So I declared the method connection name in abstract class. That class implementation I am trying to implement my specific database. I will create one more class, in that case PostgreSQL. So this is called loose coupling concept we are achieving right here. So we are not disturbing existing functionality. This is remains same, get database connection, but which database connection, how did you get that, corresponding database connection, we will implement it in corresponding implemented class. This is called loose coupling. So here simply I'm trying to return some database name. Anyway, if you can configure your driver properties, and you can return database connection also, no problem. But anyway, here I am trying to implement, returning just a string. This is my implemented class. Let me try to create one more class, PostgreSQL. PostgreSQL DB connection IMPL extends DB connection abstract class. Now I need to implement that unimplemented method, that is get database connection. So here I am trying to return method name. Connection type is PostgreSQL database. So now let me try to execute the code, either it will be work or not. Inside abstraction example only. Anyway, this is previous example, right? Let me comment out on that. Abstraction with interface I explained in last video. Now I am trying to comment out that all code, previous code. Now let me try to create object for corresponding implemented class. Why? Because abstract class we can't create object, so we can create its implemented class, either it may be interface or abstract class. We can't create object, but its implemented class we can create object. Now let me try to create object. So I am trying to get the connection in my project details when I'm working with real time project. So if you want different, if your project requires multiple database connections, in that case this scenario is best fit. Declare that database connection as inside that abstract class, then implement corresponding database implemented classes, then call that database connection method depending on your requirement. So here I am trying to call first mysql mysql database connection. I'm trying to provide object references single word with how we can create object, new keyword along with class name, constructor, right? Constructor is nothing but exactly similar to class name that will be executed when we are creating object. So now I will call that method. What is the method that exists inside that class? Dot get database connection. Now let me try to assign and print it. I can rename that result like database DB connection, right? MySQL DB connection, I can rename it MySQL DB connection. So MySQL I'm cutting. So this is called loose coupling. So if I can declare this MySQL DB connection here itself, this is called tightly coupling. Always I need to change the code here. But if I can declare this as a generic one, functionality, that implementation depending on today I am using PostgreSQL or MySQL. In tomorrow, I want to switch to Oracle or MongoDB or Redshift. These kind of database flexibility we have. We are not tightly depending with this one. So we are specifying here that corresponding implementation, depending on our requirement you can switch it, or else depending on your requirement if you want all different database connections, depending on your project requirement you can call and you can reuse it. That is the advantage of loose coupling with abstraction. Now let me try to create, try to call with remaining also Postgres. So if you want to replace it. If you want to multiple databases, depending on your requirement, call it and get the database connection, no problem. That is the beauty of abstraction. Postgres SQL p, and I'm trying to create object by using constructor new. Now I will, again I will copy paste this one. So this is called PostgreSQL. Now let me try to run. So depending on my requirement, I am getting different database connections, right? Even not only two. Even though if your requirement is more than two, implement it. But depending on this one, implement this DB connection class, corresponding implemented class, then implement your database connection logic, and wherever you want inside that utility class, call it and get the connection, perform the operations. So this is about abstraction. So even though in abstract class I already said, right? So abstract class may or may not contains main abstract methods, but if the abstract class contains at least one abstract methods, then you make that class is abstract class. So that is the one rule. Let me try to create normal method also. So all these are the RDBMS, right? RDBMS, SQL databases. If you want to know SQL database that is common for all these RDBMS, let me declare MongoDB database connection here. String get MongoDB connection. So my intention is to show you, even though it is possible to create normal methods also inside abstract class. Return MongoDB. Now let me try to call it. Depending on along with RDBMS, I want MongoDB connection as well inside this. Let me try to call by using M. Now after this, M dot get MongoDB connection. Let me try to assign. So MongoDB connection. Let me try to print. So common property, common database connection, you can put it inside abstract class, then reuse it number of, remaining implemented class also, no problem. So I'm getting MongoDB connection, that is default, normal method. I implemented in live only, right, in front of you. So this is the abstract class contains abstract method and a normal method. Not only one, depending on your requirement, n number of abstract methods, n number of normal methods also you can create it. So, but implemented with some valid scenario. Anyway, this is the, if you want to use MongoDB connection is common use case for both RDBMS and inside RDBMS means multiple RDBMS connections. In that case, corresponding implemented class also, here I am trying to create object for MySQL, right? So by because with the help of inheritance concept, this method is already inherited inside this implemented class. DB connection, we have get MongoDB connection. So with the help of inheritance concept, this method is already inherited from parent to child. That's why I am trying to call by using child class reference, that is M. So anyway, at the time of explaining inheritance concept, I will explain in detail. So moreover that I will explain, even though I can create here connection, a constructor also. We can't create object for abstract class, then what is the use of constructor? Constructor will be executed at the time of creating object only, right? Then abstract class constructor, how it will be invoked, all these things will be, I will explain in at the time of explaining inheritance concept. So if you like the content, hit on like button and subscribe Programming KT. Thanks for watching.